Niaje watu, this is our very first YouTube video for 2022 at Tangent Media Africa. Karibu sana, and we are glad that you're here. Please like, share and subscribe. It's been a long time coming, bwana. We have assembled skills, talents, knowledge, experience all under one roof, and we are here to provide for our client the very best. Creme de la creme. A special shout out to my wife Jane, who has been a very strong pillar to us. She has been an encouragement through and through. When Tangent Media was just something in our mind, she kept on encouraging us. And look at us, we are now shooting our very first video in 2022. We have lots and lots of reviews in store for you. I would appreciate if you check her out on Instagram. Her handle is Teeny Girl Collections. She has very wonderful handbags. Ikiwa unataka belts, she has them for you. An assortment of career items for you ladies, so check her out. We are very late on the bandwagon. It's already March, the third month of 2022. We have taken our time to put together this review for you who's in the market for a camera enye ni fiti sana for you. Please give us a like for the algorithm. Ndio ifanye ile mambo yake. Video yetu ipate a lot of traffic so that we can be your chosen platform for reviews, for gears, and for other stuff. This video is not sponsored by Panasonic, nor have they sent us this camera. This one actually, this one. This is purely our own review. The views that are presented here remain to be our own sentiments. We are not coerced by anyone. Panasonic has not paid us. Lomix is not in partnership with us. Why the GH5 in 2022? The Panasonic GH5 is still a great camera in 2022. Watu wanafikiri, now that imekuwa in the market, imepitwa na wakati, a lot of features are not useful anymore. You'll be surprised, my brother, my sister. There are lots and lots of features which are hidden in this tiny body. Yeah, they now call it a micro four thirds system. We prefer it because it allows you to pack so many features within a very small body, and you can hide within a congregation or a crowd of people without getting noticed that mtangazaji wa habari yako hapa. We at Tangent Media Africa have always wanted to do very crisp videos. Our clients have known us for very bright colors, beautiful images, and we were thinking of going for something which is not the common man's mainstay. What I mean is Canon colors, Nikon colors, Fuji, hatukupenda sana. So we decided to go for Panasonic cameras. Tulipenda tu. And so we took our second piece just the other day. If you are a filmmaker, ama an avid videographer, uko in the market, unapiga biz pale, wewe ni cameraman, ama videographer, and you'd like to do good videos at a budget, you don't have to blow your bank away. This camera is for you. Here in Kenya, hapa Kenya, umeona videos mob sana, watu wametoa professional. Most of them are high budget music videos, but ziko na hizo ma rigged out cameras. But utakuta zingine pia, the Panasonic GH5 has been used to shoot most of these videos. We'll come back to the rigging part later. You don't have to rig your camera to achieve good results. At Tangent Media Africa, we shoot lots of weddings, green screen content, music videos, and our go-to camera has been the GH5. Don't get me wrong, we also have the A7 III, which is a very good Sony product, but for some reason we prefer the GH5. Panasonic have very good colors and very easy to grade. Despite the cameras like the Blackmagic 6K, we have the R6, we have the A7 IV imetoka juzi, we have the Kina Eva 2s nakuja. We have lots of cameras lined up which have come out actually recently from January, including the GH6, which is a very good camera, an improvement from the GH5. But still, in 2022, GH5 remains to be a very good piece for you. Let's jump right into the features. So here are the distinguished physical features of the Panasonic GH5. Accessible on and off button, micro four thirds sensor, we have a 2-slot SD card holder, we have very accessible dials, we have the ISO, shutter speed, white balance, we have a full articulating screen, we have a very okay battery, the headphone jack pia inapatikana place poa sana. Hii camera iko na full HDMI port, so you don't have to worry if you have to connect it to an external source. You have USB Type-C, mic input at 3.5, a very accessible joystick. The grip is particularly very comfortable, among other things. The small form factor of the GH5 is a very good attribute for those who are shooting in rugged terrains, place unahitaji kutembea, kusafiri, place long distances, because you can carry your camera and it packs up everything and still you don't have to carry a big body. Another feature which is desired by most videographers, especially here in Kenya and Africa, is the in-body stabilization. Wajama, hiyo kitu works like a dream. I've never come across a camera which has hacked in-body stabilization like the GH5. Wachana na story ya stabilization ya lens. Once you put it on, your desire for stabilizer inaishia hapo. Another thing is the slow motion of this camera. It has a feature called the variable frame rate. The variable frame rate option is just wonderful. In layman's language, in 1080p, now ukiactivate the variable frame rate option, you can change frame rate yako from, tuseme kama most videographers najua na shoot between 24, 25, wengine 30. You can change it. Let's say you want to desire this crispy slow motion footage, simply go to the variable frame rate, crank it up mpaka around 60, ama your desired, depending on kama unafanya sports videography ama high movement videography, you can crank it up hata mpaka 120 so that ikupatie hiyo jelly like movement yenye una desire. So in post production inakupatia a lot of flexibility. One huge disservice notice na producers wengi ama videographers wengi is when you want to achieve slow motion, let's say kwa film ama tu kwa shoot tu yako tu ya kawaida, alafu you shoot on the same frame rate, let's say you're shooting at 24, alafu what you do is you ramp down the speed kwa kutumia hizo features za ku ramp down speed hapo kwa Premiere Pro ama DaVinci. Ukiwa na GH5, this thing is unacceptable because uko na option ya kutumia variable frame rate and uta-achieve that silky smooth footage yenye umekuwa ukitaka ku-achieve. So, dicho story ya kuendea hizi ma slow motions inakaa choppy, msee anakaa anakimbia lakini kama anakatika. So, get yourself the GH5 and enjoy the crispy, creamy footage of a variable frame rate option. If you feel you're getting value from this video, you can give us a thumbs up. Ama ufinye like hapo. Ama ucomment tu hapo chini to encourage so that next time we can keep on making videos of this same sort. The EVF, the electronic viewfinder ya GH5, iko place poa sana. Actually iko na karaba ceiling pale so that ukiweka macho yako pale haikuumizi macho, but I wouldn't use this as a videographer. Utastrain sana. Just use the articulating screen kupata framing yako poa so that you can move ahead with your video. Let's head over to the picture profiles. In the GH5, kuna color profiles zinakuja pre-installed. Na ziko poa sana. In fact, for our initial videos, our first videos tulikuwa tunatumia, we used to like Cine like D sana. The picture profiles or the photo styles in the GH5 are like a dream. There's vivid and natural, monochrome, L monochrome D, scenery, portrait. You have the custom functions there where you can dial in your desired picture profile vile unataka. Kuanzia picture profile 1 custom 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Cine like D, Cine like V, like 7 or 9, alafu standard. Kuna kitu sijaongelea hapo which is normally known as the flat profile. In Sony cameras, kuna S-Log2, S-Log3. Nowadays, there's a Cinetone. But for the GH5, we normally use V-Log. Now, one thing Panasonic have done is somehow a disservice. For the GH5, for you to achieve the V-Log, lazima ubai ikitu. Ukipurchase ikitu inatoka all the way from factory. Inatumwa kwa SD card ama flash. You have to wait for it to come from the factory all the way mpaka wasona deliver your SD card. Then you feed it into your camera, into your GH5. After feeding it in your GH5, you program it and it becomes one of your native inbuilt options. V-Log inanunuliwa $100. So that's like how much? 12K for you to achieve a high dynamic range. So mostly option wase ubai camera na wanataka V-Log, they normally go for the GH5S, which has this option inbuilt. But again, for the GH5S, there are a lot of things you sacrifice. For example, in-body stabilization. So if I were you, I would think of a workaround. You don't necessarily have to use V-Log for every video. Of course, there are very many content creators up in Germany, like Caleb Hoover, Ryan, who can tell you for a fact you can achieve very crispy images and videos using other picture profiles apart from V-Log. By the way, kama unataka tuongelee story ya high dynamic range, tuma ka comment hapo chini in the comment section. Tuongee na Slimsoul na Arkin, tuone kama next time tutashoot video ya high dynamic range and how to achieve it with other picture profiles. The ISO increments are very minimal and that's what I like about the GH5. Unajua zile kamera zingine za kitambo, ulikuwa ukipandisha hivi, sema uko kwa shoot, upandisha hivi ISO, watu wanaona a whole ocean of a difference from image yenye ilikuwa tuseme less, ilikuwa na less light, alafu all of a sudden there's a lot of light, hata image imeanza kuclip. So For the GH5 they have small incremental ISOs. Unaweza ipandisha na kama a third hivi. So ukiwa set, sio lazima mtu ajue, mtu hata notice rahisi, umseme crank up ISO pole pole. That's a welcome feature in the GH5. Kwa GH5 pia kuna digital zoom. This comes in handy for wale wanapenda kufanya product videography. But one thing to note about the GH5, autofocus yake iko contrast based. Now, hapo ndio ngoma inaanza wa jamaa. If you're using native lenses, uko safe kiasi in terms of achieving focus. But when you get into the GH5, it's like you're telling yourself, hey, I am a mini cinematographer. So what I'd advise people is, if you're getting the GH5, word out there is that the perfect lens, a combination for this thing is vitu kama kina Sigma 18-35, nunua ile Canon mount. You can get the Rockinon. All these lenses are purely manual. Manual lenses are very good. Makes you feel like you're this cinematographer anytime you're pulling focus. Focus is not automatic. You do it yourself. Pale juu unatafuta focus ring, unaipull to your desired area. So watu wengi wanasema autofocus ya GH5 is unusable. I would discredit that. If you have native lenses, you can get the Leica, you can get the Panasonic lenses. Those lenses are very good, and for a fact you'll find them to be smaller than these other native lenses for other cameras, and you're able to achieve consistent autofocus. Of course, it's very fast like your Sony A7 III, A7 IV, you have A7S III, but at least you'll have focus, which is good. Well, najua mpaka hapo tulikuwa tunaenda vizuri until tukaongea your story autofocus, but let me tell you friends, do not fret. Hata hii video tunashoot na manual lens. Yeah, just get your focus, sit down, look at the flip out screen, get your focus, kaa chini, chapa talking head kama hii, itatoka vizuri sana. But if you're vlogging, I would definitely advise you not to get this camera if you're using a manual lens. Yes, but if you're getting native lenses, good. There's a lot we can say about this camera, the Panasonic GH5. But if you're in the market and you'd like to buy, let's say a professional camera, utaki hizo kamera nzito kina DSLR, hizo makamkoda bigi, and you don't want to waste a lot of time kwa set, attach rig, ukiweka sijui matbox, ukiweka sijui monitor, ukifanya hizo vitu zote that these other professional cameras do, like you have the Red, you have Ari, and you have about 150,000 Kenyan shillings right now in 2022. Get yourself a Panasonic GH5. Well, that's about it for this video. Asante sana for watching until the end. We really appreciate and treasure you. If you're finding value again from this video, press like, share now say, so that we can also be your recommended channel for gear and review. Hit your subscribe button so that you can be part of the notification gang. Situonane kwa ile video next. Wazi.